Okay, so today we're going to take you on a little road trip with us. Woohoo! Hit the road, Jack, and don't come back no more. So Sunday, we're taking a day off today. Rest our weary bones. We've had a lovely visit from some new people we've met this morning. Diane, Chris and Sarah, thank you so much for popping by. They're a family who are from New Zealand. They're looking to move over here, and they've been staying in the area looking to buy a place. So they popped by and had a cup of tea this morning, which was lovely to meet them.
Really nice to meet.
And this afternoon, we've got a free meal to go to.
Oh.
We promised we'd take you to meet Steve and Joe and to see their property. So we're going to go over there now. And en route, we'll show you our local area, our local villages that we go past a couple. They live, I don't know, 15 minutes?
Yeah, apparently it's about 15 kilometres or 17 kilometres from us. But we're going to take you to, we're first of all going to take you to Untitled, which we've never really looked at. We're not going to look around, we're just going to literally, Lisa's going to show you the camera, yeah. And then we'll come back, we'll go another way to another place, which is Sensual Peace. Lefouille.
Sensual Peace, Lefouille.
It's really hard to pronounce that word, that word, so I never do. So it's just Sensual Peace, but there's hundreds of Sensual Pieces around here.
But we met, so Steve and Joe, we first met actually through the vlog. We've met so many people through doing this vlog.
Yeah.
And they messaged us about a year ago and said, we've been watching your vlog and realised that we live about 15 minutes away from you. We've got a house there. And at that time, they didn't live here. They just owned the house as a second house. But just after Christmas, they did the big leap and they moved over here permanently.
Yeah, so
it's lovely having them here because they're a great couple.
Yeah, they bought their house just before we bought ours in the January, I think, of 2020, and it was, you know, as they say, and they'll hopefully, you know, enlighten you on that. It was something to do with watching us. I don't know why, but they gave them the impetus to up sticks and move to France permanently. And I think, well, I know from Steve, I haven't spoken really to Joe specifically, but I know Steve is over the moon to be here. And
Joe is the artist. Joe is the lady that painted the picture of hands for Ted for his birthday last year. And she also painted the pictures of the Chateau, which we have for sale. So don't forget, if any of you want them, I'll put the link in the description so you can go and buy them. And you can buy the prints, either framed or just as prints. And you can buy postcards or A5 cards, greeting cards.
Just to interrupt my darling Lisa, because it's funny, even in France, Sunday football.
Yeah,
Sunday football in the park, you know, like.
So we're just coming into Arnac now, so I'll turn the camera around so you can see Arnac-le-Poste, where we live. Well, this is their village anyway. So yeah, it's a very small village.
I'm going to take you, I'll take you around, we'll go around in the loop, and then we'll come out where our friends live.
It's a lovely little village.
It is really pleasant. It's got, you know, various bits and pieces. You know, most things they tell me in France, most places.
Oh, and there's actually people in a bit of life. So there's a local little post office,
La Poste. Post office.
Just go slowly a minute, baby, and let's see if we can.
So the mairie is up here.
The mairie's office is over there. And a lovely church, which is actually an 11th century church.
13th century, darling.
Oh, is it?
13.
Sorry.
No, it's Souterrain, you're thinking is 11th.
I'm thinking of Souterrain. A lovely church, I'll say that again, a lovely church, which is a 13th century church, which is here. It's a 45 church, and it's another historical monument. And on the roof, let me see if I can show you the tower roof up there, has the same chestnut shingles that we have on our roof. And it is said that years ago, when they were redoing the roof, a lot of the shingles need to be replaced, and the local mairie went to the Bâtiment de France and asked if they could take the shingles, which are the original shingles, off of our historical monument at Chateau de Montmagny to replace the church's shingles, and they said no. n'est pas possible. You can't do it, which we are very grateful. Little place for sale there, a nice big place for sale there, which is lovely.
While we've walked up here.
That's a local pharmacy here, which is where Sandrine is a pharmacist, who is lovely. This is where the girls and boys live. Jordan and Amy, the kids. That's their house right there. It's a lovely house. We'll come and see them one day. And you can see the gateway to the church there, and a little tobacco bar over there. So let's go down this way. There's so many places in and out of Untitled Post that we seem to come in a different direction every time.
5 or 6 different ways in and out.
But I just love...
It said Rue de Convent.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, so there's
an old convent down there.
Yeah.
I love this road because you've got so many different types of houses down it. I love looking at all the old houses, but look at this one on the left here. I really like this one here. I love these railings, these old railings here, and the big archway going through to it. It's quite a large property, a very big maison de maître.
This is different. See, this one is one, and then here is another one.
We've got a little garage here, so as you can see, it's quite a small little village.
This is the garage, which I don't remember if anybody does remember. We're going to go past his house in a minute. Mark, who we know, bought the house here, which we'll show you.
Because I love their house.
And he had a cherry picker delivered, and nobody could get it off the back of the truck. But we ran up to this garage, and the guy came down, and in true French fashion, with a fag hanging out the corner of his mouth.
Go slowly, because I love this place. Absolutely adore Mark and Karen's house. I love the gateway entrance. It's just gorgeous, and I don't know if you can see the house properly in the back there.
I'll tell you what, if I do this...
Actually, can I jump out and I'll put the... let me put the camera through their gates.
Well,
I hope you don't mind, Mark and Karen.
If I go back here, you'll be able to see the house better.
You know, you can't really. Go forward and I'll put it through the gate. I might have to message them and just say, do you mind if I put your house on their vlog?
Oh, they love it.
Because I love this. And maybe we should come down and see Mark and Karen's house. Oh yeah, they have got their own Instagram channel, but let's see if you can see the house in all its glory. You can't really. Let's hang on, I'm just trying to find a way I can show you their house, because it really is absolutely gorgeous. Oh look, I can get in the gateway there. And so this house was owned by a roofer hundreds of years ago. I can't remember how many hundreds of years ago, and the roof is just superb. It's just a beautiful, beautiful house. I really love it. It's got huge ceilings in it, and beautiful big rooms. It's on 3 floors, and it is just stunning. So one day we'll have to go in there. Let's get back in the car and keep moving.
I think they're coming over in March. I think they said they were coming over March time.
Are they?
So we might be able to sneak
ask them if we can come down and have a look around the house.
I'm sure they'll be fine, because
it is beautiful.
They've got their own...
and they've got a lot of land with it.
I think we should put a link on our...
Yeah, we'll put a link to their Instagram page, because
they do a lot on their Instagram.
Yeah. So Saint-Sulpice-le-Feuille is a bit of a bigger village than Untitled Post. They do actually have some bars and restaurants here. Is this where you came and played, or was that Lussac Les Églises?
No, Lussac.
Now, I don't know if you remember, in the summer we drove through here and they had a load of umbrellas hanging from here, didn't they?
Yeah.
But they swapped them for Christmas lights that they still haven't taken down. But yes, over here you'll just see, so they've got a bar, restaurant, patisserie, I think they've got a boulangerie, they've got a bank.
Yeah, there's a Credit Agricole bank, yeah.
And this is Joe and Steve's little house here. So let's go and have a look. Bonjour, Monsieur Dame. Bonjour.
Away with you, we'll set the dogs on you.
He's already been set. He's been set.
Good
Sorry
afternoon.
we're late.
Come in, come in, come in.
this?
What time do you call this turn up?
So tell us, you know, we want to introduce you properly to our YouTube community. And you, am I right in saying that you visited France quite a lot before you came over, and you know are now living here permanently? You came over, holidays and that sort of thing.
Yeah, lots of holidays. Yeah, and we found it. Every time we came back, we would say we've come home, and even if I think we were flying, we'd land at Poitiers and La Rochelle, and we'd just look at each other and we're home.
So you knew France and you knew what you loved about it and this, that and the other, and maybe places. So what, jumping forward a lot of years, why the Limousin? Why did you gravitate towards central France when you...
We initially were looking around Poitiers,
Right.
further north.
Yeah.
And we came lots of house viewing trips to houses around the Poitiers area, didn't we? And we had houses on a short list that we would definitely consider. So we then discovered that if you come just that little bit further south, you get a lot more for your money, a lot more house for a lot less euros.
Yeah, we found that.
And to us, it didn't really matter where we lived in France. We just knew we wanted to live in France.
Yeah. And so you found this wonderful little place that we'll show you. And you bought it when?
Well, we found 7 that we wanted to look at in, how many days were we here for? 9 days or something. So if we had a short list of 7. This one was on our list, off our list, on our list, off our list. And the day we got to the week of viewing that we were going to do, same thing again, we got to our Jeep way too early. So we thought, well, what are we going to do all afternoon? We got nothing to do, we got no house viewings until tomorrow, and this one wasn't going to be until the day after tomorrow. So we went for a little drive around, and this one was the first one that because we were staying in a Jeep that was 6 minutes away.
Right.
So this was the first one that we pulled up outside, and Joe said,
Oh no. It wasn't what it looked like in the photograph. It looked really dirty, and you could see the cobwebs all in the windows and everything. And I'd forgotten that upstairs wasn't renovated. So I just thought, oh no, I don't want to, there's no point looking at this one. And also the bit of land across the road, I thought that was the only land there was. So I thought that it didn't have a back garden. So we almost crossed it off the list, didn't we? And then we just said, no, come on, we may as well. The estate agent's going to be there, so we may as well. And then the others that we looked at just didn't quite hit the mark. And then we came to this one, and again I was a bit nervous about it and thinking, oh, it looks so dirty and horrible. And as soon as we stepped through the door and we saw this Tomette flooring and saw the patio doors onto the garden, it was just, ooh, that's nice. And so we just thought, this is the one.
So you bought this place
in January 2020.
2020,
Yeah.
so just before
COVID.
we turned up,
Just
just before
COVID.
the world decided to lock
Go
down.
bonkers.
Can I
Yeah,
ask a question?
of course you can, love.
So when you bought it, did you buy it as a place to live?
No.
Or did you buy it as a holiday home?
No, we bought it with the intention of when we were 67 UK retirement age, we would retire here. Not 7 years early, and here we are.
There's so
Living
many
in
things
France.
changed, and I think the people who we bought it from, they were using it as a holiday home. So this room, for instance, was a sitting area. They had a settee in here, and
There was barely a kitchen.
and just a little table. And these other 2 rooms were bedrooms, and they hadn't sort of done anything to it. So it was, well, you saw it when you first came over. We've painted it all now, but so they had it as a holiday home, and so we were thinking we would come over perhaps once a month for a week or something.
A long weekend or whatever.
Yeah, and just starting to get things going. And then all sorts of things changed at home, and then COVID hit and a lot of other things happened. And so we just thought, why are we waiting? And I said to Steve, we're not getting any younger. Are we going to be able to do this when we're 67?
And be young enough to enjoy it.
Yeah, so we just thought, no, let's do it. And your parents were very sweet and really encouraged us to do it.
That's lovely.
So that was really nice.
And you guys.
Yeah, a lot of it's to do with you two, really, because
Don't blame us.
Don't
blame us.
No. We've done that. We've been down that road. And look what happened there when we looked at somebody else's. At least we didn't buy this for them.
Yes.
But so you came over. So that year of 2021 is when you came over for great swathes of time. I know you'd come over previously, hadn't you, with your daughters?
Yeah.
and all
So
that.
I've done a reasonable amount of trips without you. Jo had a bit of problems at home with her sister getting cancer, and she had to stay home and look after her sister for quite a while. So yeah, I've been over with the kids, and we've done lots and lots of work. But the first year, we came over in the January, when we bought the house for 10 days, and then we didn't get here for 7 months because of COVID. Because travel was just not allowed. But even so, with all the lockdowns and everything, we've got quite a lot to do.
You ready, Dad?
It's day 5. We intended to take this down the minute we got here, but we've been too busy and too poorly. So we're finally taking this down, I hope.
Without the door falling apart. Yeah. Hopefully it's green behind. Just painted round it.
That would be funny if it was bright pink.
Oh no. The neighbours have had something to do with it. So do you want to let it? Hooray! Well done!
It's green behind.
It's green. Me and Rose have just had our breakfast. Now we have just erected the scaffold and we are hoovering.
Hang on, hold the tube. Let me zoom into the tube.
We're secretly doing some bits and bobs while Dad's been poorly in bed, and this is the result.
Hello, I'm poorly in bed.
And how amazing are your girls?
They are the most amazing girls in the world. I'm going to go and get Jojo. You carry on filming. I'm going to get Jojo.
So here is the dressing table / workshop table. In case you want to look how good you look.
Go slowly.
Here are some nice
Okay. We
tubes.
found this lovely pot.
This is the arts and crafts department.
Dad's grandma's
Grandma's seat coming in
Seat.
very handy.
drills, easy to access down here.
Very nice.
Building materials, drills, plastic containers full of bits and bobs. A new sign. I'm looking good, my shadow's looking good, what a team.
Excelente.
Hoover, dust sheets. We moved all of these massive bits of wood from here to here. Cleared some more space here. So there's more manoeuvring. And that's about it really. Oh, we hung all these clamps on the wall. And then should we go upstairs? Oh,
Yeah.
quite zoomed in, isn't it?
There across to the future snug. There's the wood pile. All nice and tidy now.
Me and Rosie.
Oh, Tilly's in the dark.
2 massive sheets of plasterboard on a row.
Plywood. They're
Plywood.
plywood, but yes.
All these planks, all these, and then 20 bits of plasterboard.
20 indeed. 20 trips up and down the beautiful staircase.
And then, I think I showed the finished result earlier. Then this room was finished today. All cleaned out.
Ready for the insulation and plasterboard on the ceiling.
There we go. Let me
Excellent.
film you.
Let's go see Joe. Let's secretly film.
Shift it all completely. exactly.
Where is that? That wasn't there before.
The bench was there. It was just hidden under so much detritus.
Oh my God, you guys! That looks incredible.
Does look amazing. Look at the mirror. We found that.
That was on there anyway. We just had so much stuff in front.
My inspiration.
Oh no, we've already shown Joe.
Oh yeah, we showed Joe the sign
My
earlier.
shadow and the other thing really good.
Well, you
Yeah,
came over,
huge
you know, in
amount.
2021, you came over for what? 5 or 6 weeks at one time, and
Yeah.
3 weeks at another time, and,
Yeah.
and all the time for me, because we, you know, we got to know each other quite a lot better, and you were just, I know for you, Steve, rather than you, Joe, because obviously I spent a bit more time with him. Is that your was like, I need to be here. I need to be here. This is my place, and you were, you know, a little bit more circumspect about it, and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the last trip that you did where you were here for a long time. Weren't you? About
Yeah,
4 or
we
5
were 5 weeks. Yeah.
5 weeks, which then the difference in you, and I might be wrong saying this, but the difference in you seemed to be that actually this is where I want to be. Am
Yeah, I
right
think
saying
the
that?
longer I was here, the more I realised that there'll be no problem. You know, I love it here. So, but I think the only thing for me was leaving the children behind. I mean, they're not children; they're adults. But that was the only thing, and not having a foothold in England, that scared me, I suppose.
Yeah.
But you know, I know we're still in the honeymoon period, aren't we?
We're at the beginning of week 4.
Yeah. So it's all going really well. But it's been so easy. You know, now I've got my car here, which is great. I can do shopping and go out, you know, go to the Bric-a-Marche or go to the Bricont. Not that I've been without you, Lisa. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's great. It's easy, but we've still got a few hurdles to get over. But yeah, it's been great.
So,
it's brilliant.
You know, like for the viewers, so the process that you did, because Steve, you said to me, you know, before, I can't do this. So I had, you know, you had your business in the UK, and that, you know, thank you, Mr. Boris Johnson, has been, you know, put to bed, and you can explain more about that if you like, but you were concerned that when I come out here, I need to work.
Yeah.
Which caused you, because of the Brexit situation, quite a lot of problems.
We needed a specific micro-entrepreneur visa, a temporary residence micro-entrepreneur visa, which would enable us to be able to work, because there was no way we could afford to come here without earning something. We don't have to earn a king's ransom in France because this is all bought and paid for, but yeah, we definitely need to have some kind of income. Which, as it transpires, there's plenty to do in
Well,
France.
this is, you know, and I think we've said this a lot of times. Me and Lisa have said this, and is that, you know, people who have a skill and people who are prepared to maybe diversify in what they've done and what they can do, can work considerably, can work. You know, the work is there. People are, you know, because good builders or good, you know, people, craftsmen are few and far between, you know, because they're so busy. The good ones are always so busy. Then anybody coming in with any wherewithal can, you know, sustain an income, sustain a lifestyle. And like you say, you know, people do say that France is a very expensive country, but you don't need a king's ransom, as you put it, to live, do you?
No.
So, you know, you have this delightful house, which, to be honest with you, me and Lisa massively covered. And, you know, if you want to do a swap, plus a couple of grand, more than a couple of grand, but, you know, yeah, that we might be able to do, you know, we might be able to come to some arrangement. But,
No, you don't need to give us any money. Just
but there are stuff to do. The thing is you know, and we'll go. Let's talk about what the house is to give some, you know, people an idea. And I know, you know, we're not talking figures, but the actual layout of the house. You know, what does it consist of?
Well, all right. Well, downstairs this is the main kitchen. So this is the room that we stay in most of the time. We sit and eat in here and we play cards and whatnot. And this is the room that we wanted to get finished. And paint has all been painted. And as Ted and Lisa know, the ceiling had to come down and that was just dreadful. I hated that week. And so that's this
It's
room.
all right. It'll get better.
What about, so the kitchen wasn't here when you moved in, was
No,
it?
the kitchen wasn't here. The cooker wasn't here. There was a sort of makeshift kitchen, but Steve has built this kitchen from wood he found in the barn. The barn will yield. So we had some hilarious times trying to move that sink, didn't we? Where all the stagnant water went down Steve's back, but he couldn't do anything about it because he was carrying it, and I was like being a bit pathetic and not being able to hold it. But that was good fun. So yeah, it's taken, looking at it now, it's taken quite a while to get it to look like
Yes,
this.
we'll give you some before and after shots.
That's
I think
the
we've
thing,
got some actually.
It is massively transformed from what it was, because it wasn't really a kitchen; it was a sitting room. With a
I
little
have to say,
tiny
I
kitchen.
love this room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
think this
do I.
room
It
is
feels
so cosy. I love the
yeah.
way, like, the lighting, and I just think it's
Such a lovely
beautiful.
vibe.
Yeah.
No, it's just what we wanted.
I
So
think
this is the main room, and then what have you got off of this? Because I can see doors.
Yeah. Well, over in this direction, we
On the
have,
east wing.
Yes, on the east wing we have the snug, which is the telly room basically, and we haven't done hardly anything in there. It's just clean. That's all. So it's not very big. It's got a sofa in there which the dog sleeps on. So yeah, we use that as the telly room.
And will you continue to use that as a telly room? Was that the plan?
I think
or?
so. I think because we've now planned to put the stairs in there, it will make it even smaller. But there'll still be room for a settee and the television under the stairs. But because we're thinking of having a mezzanine level upstairs, it will be quite cold in winter. So it's going to be the summer room, isn't it?
Summer snug.
The summer
it'll be.
snug. Yeah. So the room over this side is our bedroom at the moment. So once again, we haven't done anything in there apart from put the bed up.
Yeah.
We haven't painted the walls, which are all sorts of different colours. And off that is the bathroom, which has now become the laundry room because it's got the washing machine and the dryer out there. So it's all that's about it. Well, that room there is the cold room where the original owners of this house were going to put the staircase, but we've decided no, we want to keep that as a cold room. So Steve's going to put shelving in there, and we're going to have all the appliances in there as well. So that's going to be really good, and a larder as well. So it keeps this room free of everything else. So yeah, that's basically downstairs.
And so that's the thing. So you're going to put a staircase in this snug that goes up to what?
Well, to an open bedroom that is above that room, so it will have an open mezzanine area.
You never thought of putting a library or something like that?
Ted is determined to get a library somewhere in someone's house at least.
I'll do a deal with you. We'll put a book.
A book. We can put a book in the bathroom.
Maybe a small pamphlet to start off with.
I read a book once.
Yeah.
Green it was.
So once we've got the staircase built, we can then start using upstairs to its full potential. We have got a staircase going out of the barn to upstairs, which is the only access currently to upstairs, which was just a completely open space, 50 square metres of soil floor, which I don't know if you remember, Ted, on the 4 hottest days of the year last year.
You and I dug it out. Nearly 6 tons of it.
6 tons of many trips to the Chateau.
That we just had to let fall through this floor. Big piles
Majority of it,
big piles of it down here that we shoveled into builders' buckets and then filled a big trailer that was parked right outside the front door. And we must have done half a dozen trips.
Yeah, probably did.
So yeah, that was very, very hard work, and you didn't like that time very much, did you? But as Ted said, you've got to break some out.
If you want to make omelets, you've got to break it.
And
Absolutely.
we tried to find a way to work around it, but the best idea was Ted's idea to just get rid of it. Done now up there. So we bought oak flooring, so the whole of the upstairs now is redone, no soil, oak.
Insulation in there. You put
Insulation, lots of
insulation in there,
insulation
yeah.
in
So
there,
you're
yeah.
gonna get, the heat that's coming here is not going to necessarily gravitate, but it's going to
No.
retain that, and then you're going to
Well,
do things
before we
upstairs.
did this, even though there was a soil floor which must have acted like a bit of insulation,
Yeah.
it would always get warm up there from this far.
Oh really? Yeah.
Now it's stone cold up there.
Is it
no
really?
heat up there at all.
Right. So that's going to be
Yeah.
So you want to use that as what? You're going to use
Well,
that.
we've already done one half of the, so a quarter of the room upstairs is now a bathroom, which is nearly finished. It's basically decorating that just needs
We
doing.
just need to find someone who can mortar.
Yeah, do we know anybody that does pointing?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's somebody.
I think she's
100
done
euros a
enough.
square metre, love. 100 euros a square metre.
Yeah, but have you seen the size of our square metres? Like football pitches there. So that bathroom is mechanically working, plumbed in, electrics done, and all that
it's
sort of thing.
lovely.
So that's got a big roll top bath in it. So that's, apart from a bit of decorating, that's really the rock and roll, which we did in a very, very traditional, old-fashioned way. Came up with some quite bright ideas of how to hide some of the more modern stuff and how to screw things together.
Tell
to
you
make
what,
it look
yeah,
like it's been-
we'll do a proper tour, and you can have a look, because I'm very impressed with this man's ideas, I have to say.
Yeah.
So,
The
but
doors look
before we can go much further, really, with upstairs, because there's no membrane under the roof tiles, before we can go very much further, we're going to have to take the tiles off, take the battens off, put a membrane down, put new lats, they call them in France, but we call them battens.
Yeah.
New battens, and put the tiles back on. Because there's no point doing it, trying to board it or anything whilst it still
No.
leaks and things. Not
No,
that it particularly
exactly.
leaks, but
So that's something you're going to do yourself?
yeah,
Yeah.
ourselves.
Oh, babe, I didn't know you were going to be rude.
She'll be busy pointing.
Are they going to do anything themselves?
So are you? When are you planning to do it? In the summer while you've got
Well,
some nice weather?
Assuming that we can get enough bodies thrown at it. So my kids are really enthusiastic about coming over and have been right since we ever bought the place. My girls especially, which we call them the Buccaneers, because they just tip into work like you wouldn't, and they're dynamos. I don't know where they get their energy from, but they just keep going and going and going.
Youth.
Youth, yeah, that's probably
Youth
something to do
helps.
with it.
Yeah, totally.
But no, they're dead keen, aren't they, to come and lend a hand. So
absolutely,
if I can just throw enough bodies at it, I reckon we'll do it in a fortnight.
Yeah.
I'll go around and get the lights on first.
There's a light there. So it's kind of, it's hoist. So this is the upstairs. This is what we talked about. This is the upstairs. And we'll just go from... This is cool, isn't it? He's got a nice bench and all. Quite envious of his
As
bench.
we discussed, this is above the snug room downstairs where the stairs are going to go. So this is where the stairs are going to come up. There will be a rail all the way around the top of the stairs. This will be an open bedroom with probably a sofa bed in it, through to potentially a little single bedroom here, but we are going to keep this open. This used to be the chimney for the bread oven, but somebody had partially taken it down, so I've taken a bit more down so that you can walk around the top of the stairs and get into this bedroom here.
And this top part is what, 50 square metres plus this, or 50 square
No,
metres?
that's 50 square
That's
metres
50
in there,
square
so-
metres, and then you've got that.
So these two are 19 square metres between the two of them.
And this is the floor plan of downstairs.
Yes, this is a carbon copy of
Yeah,
downstairs.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this is above the cold room. And this is waiting for the reason why all the blankets are down and trying to keep the cold room not quite so cold. But you'll see stacks of floorboards everywhere. This is all waiting to be new floorboards, which are going to be lime washed or chalk painted, I think they're going to be, to make them attractive.
Brilliant. It's just lovely. I really like this. And we just
a little bit of the oak floor.
just want to, yeah, just, this is the oak floor that Steve got from the local place. And it's, you know, it's moved and it's done whatever, because it was probably quite a green when he got it. But the good thing about it is that you love this sort of thing, don't you?
The more rustic, the better for us.
And so what's behind that door, Steve?
Well, first of all, this door, which had you have bought this from a reclamation yard in the UK, would probably cost you 300 quid. This door cost £27.40 from a reclamation yard. But follow me. So this room didn't exist. I've created this from scratch. It was just bare walls. No, this is completely new, this wall. Ceiling's all new. Wall behind Ted is new.
Them pegs there, them pegs, you could hang a towel on them pegs, couldn't you?
Yeah. You've got pegs like these that you could hang a small flannel from. But yeah, these pegs actually hide the modern fixings. But we've just made this look old.
Because you've put all these big lumps of timber in, you know, this particular piece of timber that we went and got from, let me just show you this. We're really proud of this bit of timber. This bit of timber that goes all the way down and all the way up to the top there. So that was 150 by 180 millimetres.
180 by 180.
180 by 180. No, it goes this way.
I haven't lived here long. No, 150 by 150.
150 by 150. So this is 150 by 150 beam. It's absolutely gorgeous. You know, and this will be bought. This is 3.2 metres long when you bought it, wasn't it? And it was. Tell the people how much we paid for that.
I was expecting about 150, 200 euros, and it was 40 euros. Bargain.
Outrageous. Let me just show you shots without us in this lovely bathroom. That I took a little bit of a hand in. I did a little bit of plasterboard work. And we did this and then came back the next day and he'd done it all because he's so clever. He's even, look at that, he's even cut that round. Cut this lovely bit of oak round that stone. So what are you going to do with these malls, Steve?
Well, Lisa's going to render them.
This is a particular favourite of all us. We put this in here. So irritating. We put this in here, this beam. And I couldn't, you know, again, I can't see it. We've stuck these beams that you came out of your barn. These ones came out of your barn, didn't they? These either side.
Most of the timber in here is all come out of the barn.
Most peculiar angles. That door again came from a reclamation yard.
Yeah.
How much did you pay for that one?
We paid a lot more for that one.
Did you?
Yeah, we paid 30 euros for that one.
So it's just amazing. And you bought the fixings to hang it on.
Well, we found the fixings in the barn.
Oh, the fixings were in the barn?
Yeah, so the hinges came with the door.
Yeah.
Screws are new. These... Oh, no, these did. These came from Brico.
Yeah.
But one of my favourite little features is if you'd like to look through the spy hole, as you open the door, the light comes on. And that hides the ballon, the water source, hot water system.
As you said, you know, you've done some old fittings to hide the new stuff.
Yeah.
It's got shelving in there, as you see. Just very, very handy. It's a lovely room. And you just need to finish it now.
Yeah. I'll leave the decoration to my good lady wife.
Yep. Brilliant. Brilliant. Fantastic. Cheers, mate.
Are we done up here?
I think so. That's really good. So that will then become, that area, you know, because it's got the bathroom up there, will become your main living space, not main living space,
Master bedroom.
but your master bedroom suite. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's going to be a suite. So it'll be
Yeah.
a bedroom, a nice sized bedroom, really nice sized bathroom, quite opulent, nice bathroom. There'll be a nice big seating area with sofas and maybe a telly and stuff like that over in one corner. And then we're going to have storage over the other side. Probably going to keep it full height right up to the eaves,
Yeah.
because it's 5 meters tall in there and it's quite impressive.
Brilliant, yeah.
One of the things that drew us to this house actually was the fact that we would be able to go upstairs and make more bedrooms upstairs and make these rooms into sitting rooms. Probably with sofa beds, well, definitely with sofa beds in, so that we can put people up when we need to. So there'll be a double bedroom upstairs, there'll be our suite upstairs, there'll be potentially 2 double rooms down here with sofa beds in. And then there's always the garden for cats. So last year,
So you've
some of
got,
my kids camped in the garden.
yeah, so you've got a nice bit of land out the back.
Yeah, 0.4 of an acre at the back, nearly half
Which
an
is-
acre at the back.
Yeah, so that's brilliant. Half an acre is wonderful.
Yeah.
And you've
2,000
also
square
got obviously the barn area next door,
Yeah, so
which
we've
is a
got
good workspace. And
60
yeah.
square metre barn.
on the split level. So
Yeah,
that's,
so
yeah,
it's got
so
a
there's
mezzanine
2 levels.
floor in it. So,
Yeah, so that is a really, and I know, you know, I never like to talk about monetary terms, but would you be prepared to tell us how much you paid for it, or in the ballpark figure if you don't want to say?
Well, like I said to you the other day, I don't want to say because one of your patrons might want to buy it off me one day. No, we're more than happy to tell you how much this place costs.
Well, I've got the impression, you say that, and then we talking, you know, we laugh about it, but I don't believe that you'll be going anywhere from this place. Will you?
Not a chance. Not a chance.
No.
I'll tell you now
You
what we
love
paid.
it that much.
What we
We
paid.
do,
This was
absolutely love it.
advertised at €66,000. We put in an offer of €56,000, 10,000 less than the asking price, which was accepted straight away. So we don't know whether 54 would have been accepted, 52, but we were more than happy to pay €56,000 for it, which equated at the time to just under £47,000. Now, where we have come from in Oxford, you wouldn't buy a lock-up garage for that.
Well, here's your new life in France.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Santé. Santé.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy day.
Yeah. Cheers, baby.
They get sick of us.
Oh no.
No snogging.
Cheers.
It was
Thank you for letting us invade your house. We would like to say a huge thank you to all of our supporters, from our patrons to our GoFundMe donors, the people that are buying us a coffee on Go Buy Me a Coffee, and you, our subscribers, each week watching the adverts for us to give us a little bit of income each month. Even if it just adds up to a bag of sand, it all helps.
More much more.